And this is this is me. I need to get a broom for a minute because I had some stuff go over and it's not fun to step in it. That is part of cooking, is if you don't drop stuff on the floor, you're not a good cook. Because there's no perfect person out there that, you know, things, when you're chopping on the cutting board, things go everywhere. That's just the way it is. Check that out. Okay, so we're going to do the polenta now. And this is the fun thing, that now I have this burner working. Actually, we're going to put that on the back burner. And this is something else you can do. If you need to work things around, let's turn on the back burner to medium. Make sure where the handles are. Oh, there we go. We just switched it. And we're going to turn this down. And what we're going to do is, now this is going to take a little bit longer. It's going to take about 10 to 15 minutes. Let's see if I can get both of them done at the same time. Hopefully. It's not the cooking part of it. It's waiting for the milk to boil. So we need 3 cups of milk. Any type will work. 3 1/4, excuse me. Two. There we go. And let's turn that down to low. Paper towel. Make sure this is all dry, or somewhat. Okay, so we're going to pour 1 1/4 cup. Let's get this on high. Make sure the make sure the burner's on. Almost. And this is the cornmeal I use, so if you're wondering. And cornmeal, polenta, cornmeal mush, basically the same thing, cooked at different times. Now let's see what we got. Yep. Okay. So basically, and what we're going to do now is stir the meat. And then you gotta also remember there's fat in the pork too. So along with the soup juice, everything's gonna come out. So there's a lot of juice in there. But in the beginning, it's helpful to put the soup cubes in there. See, now there's enough fat swirling on. So we're just gonna leave that like it is on low. And we're gonna stare at the milk for a while. And we're gonna make some noise like I always do in the back of my kitchen. So here's the milk. Yay! Let's watch milk do nothing for a while. And oh yeah. So when this is done, what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 cups of ketchup in it, 2 tablespoons of hot sauce. But first, we're going to drain it of all the grease, because I really don't like the grease is good for the juiciness of the meat, but I don't like to dig in the grease and eat it. That's not my favorite thing to do. And where did our tablespoon go? Well, here's something else. Our two-tier tablespoon. Don't ask me what a 2-tier tablespoon is. I just said it. I don't know why I said it. I'm putting a little olive oil in it. It helps the honey come out easier. It goes away after a while, but it helps in the beginning. And let's take the lid off the honey this time, because every time I pour this, it's going through that small hole. I can't pour it very good. This is 2 there we go, tablespoons. So 5. 1. 2, and if it goes over a little bit, it's okay. Actually, 4. Oops. Wow. Okay, so 4. 5. There we go. This is a coffee scoop that lost its handle, and I felt really bad about throwing it away, so I keep it. So a little bit more. It is good. Okay. There we go. Where's our whisk? Okay, like I said last time, if you watch my honey and polenta video on how to make it, you always want to watch, get my pointer stick here, watch in here, watch for the bubbles. The more the bubbles, even if you stir it, the more it bubbles. So I'm making bubbles right now, but you'll see them appear faster. I'm just stirring it so it doesn't burn, because it is on high. So now if this all doesn't fit in a casserole dish, take some out, put it in a storage container, and you can use it for something else. Like you can add rice to it. You can there's a lot of possibilities for the leftovers. So let's watch it now. Hopefully it will start boiling, but it's all in here. Now, I made those bubbles. Thank you very much. I know they're very pretty. Let me pop a few. But the bubbles will start to appear in here, and then as soon as you see this start to roll, turn it to low. Come on, any day now. This is going to be a whole video in itself, just watching the milk try to boil. Let's check out our. Okay, now this is on low. And it's okay if it just sits like this in the broth, because of course the longer something cooks, the more tender and juicy it gets. Okay, any day now. The joys of watching milk boil. This is more fun than watching TV. Sometimes things take a while. I'm making milk foam, that's what I'm making. There's bubbles, but there's no bubbles being pushed up. Oh yeah, and make sure you have a wooden spoon. Here's your wooden spoon. As soon as you want to stream this in, you don't want to pour it all in one big clump. And I see movement. Yay! Here we go. See it? Okay, we're going to turn this down to low. And whoa! Whoa, it's got some personality here. And it was controlled because I was right here to watch it. Pour this in, or try to pour it in. As soon as you pour this in, see how it goes back down? Now if I wasn't here to watch that, that would have been a little bit of a disaster, but There we go. And we're started. Dun, 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 dun. The races begin. Okay, and you want to stir this for approximately 10 minutes to 15 minutes. I got a little bit of lumps in there. If you see a little bit of lumps, don't panic. But you want to continuously stir this, because this is going to go on top of our pie. And then, oh yeah, I told you about the cheese. We're going to grate the cheese up after we put the after we do something. After we put the meat in the casserole dish and we put this on top, and then we're going to melt cheese on top. And we're going to put this in the oven. So let's see where we are right now, 10:58. Oh, yeah, it's on low. Like I thought it was on high. It wasn't on high. This is so good. So simple, so good. Takes a little elbow grease. Now, if I had more in here, it would be a little bit overwhelming. Well, my milk decided to do something unexpected, because if you watch my other video, it works perfectly. It's got a temper tantrum. It had a temper tantrum in the pot. It's like, watch this. She's videotaping it. Let's do this. Let's rise up and try to go over the pot. That happens. Basically, all I have to do is this. I didn't do it because I know what to do. But if you're like, oh, take it off. Take a spoon, stir it, and it'll go right back down. So we're going to do the my way stirring here, because we're going to turn this up a little, because I don't want to spend 10 minutes here. We're going to put on medium low, and for the reason is I want this to cook a little bit faster. So you're supposed to cook polenta on low for about 10 to 15 minutes. What I am doing is fast tracked, because I'm sure you do not want to see me here for 10 minutes. So we're going to stir this for 5 minutes on medium low. And notice I'm stirring a little bit faster than I normally do, because you still don't want that to burn on the bottom. So, again, you can do this after this is done. I mean, you don't have to do it at the same time. I'm letting this cook until this is done. That's perfectly fine, because you got all that juice in there. So it's basically just letting the spices open up more. I've been doing this for a long time, so I can basically see when it's done. If you want to try to go on a higher heat and stir it, you know, great, try it. But usually polenta needs to be stirred at a low thing, but I'm just doing this for time, because and again, it always looks like scrambled eggs, and I'll be right